Hello again, beloved Cosmic Familia and Collective. In this session, we are just going to be doing a little bit of freestyle with the Starseed Oracle and the Work Your Light Oracle deck, beginning with the Starseed Oracle. Again, this is going to be freestyle, so whatever comes out, comes out. Whatever it is, Source feels needs to be told at this time about our starseed lineage. And what part we play in it. Here we go. Let's get this ball rolling. We're going to get right into it. Right out the gate, we have double mission. Lightworkers, Starseeds, serve the world by being you. Okay, I just made 2 more passes without anything else coming out, so we're going to go ahead and move forward. Beautiful. So, double mission. I'm getting right off the bat with this double mission that we're being guided to simply embrace our authenticity, and this is how we serve the world. And then Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Some of you may actually be feeling called to go back to school, or some kind of being on board with some kind of educational not so much everyone seeking out higher learning in specifically a spiritual manner. For some of you, it could just be enrichment courses to kind of get a bit of a refresher so that you can set out with a stronger skill set. Some of you may be working in some form of service where continued education it becomes a lifelong thing. So this is expanding on your vocation through education. Yeah, I can see you diving into some books even. So yeah, definitely expanding on your education there. You may be experiencing feeling as though time is running out for you. More often than not in society, we are challenged with, as we get older, we are less quote unquote marketable, so to speak. I'm getting that some of you are actually afraid that you are going to age out, like you're too old to contribute now, or you're too old to fit a certain genre. Or too old to take on something new, like a new calling. Or too old to devote your life to something bigger. And we're being guided to remember that we are on a collective mission. We came here to grow as souls, but also to contribute to the planet in some kind of action-oriented ways as a collective. You could just be feeling like you're forgetting something important. Feeling different, unexplainably different. You're being guided to step even more fully into your mission. As a light worker, we are guided to just light up the world with our presence. You don't even have to have any big plans. All you really have to do is work on your passions. Do what lights you up. And keep doing it. Getting lost in doing what you love. I remember soul plan, fated life versus the destiny life. Are you remembering when you plotted who and what you are? We all have free will. And what we say yes to is what we become. What is fated is what we were born to do. Our destiny is what our soul chooses. And we are face to face with important choices. Part of the collective is living a destiny life. The other part, fated. What is happening in the now in our lives was prearranged. But remember, there are fated times that can actually be transmuted in order to keep us on the path of our destiny, our bona fide destiny. To walk the path less traveled, facing some changes. For some, this is a difficult decision. Self-doubt rearing up. And remember that doubt is something that crops up in every hero's journey. And we're being asked at this time, what are we being called to do to surrender to our soul's journey? At the bottom of the deck, we have empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty and absorbing what's not ours. We also have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. This is the second of our double mission. We as empaths occasionally absorb others' energy. as we sometimes tend to mistake other people's feelings and moods for our own, which is part of the reason why we tend to prefer spending more time alone or in much smaller groups, as crowds can be extremely overwhelming. Instead of putting ourselves under such immense pressure to step out, we're being guided to be more gentle with ourselves. Allow ourselves some recuperation of sorts energetically. It's normal in this matrix to feel as though we should always be doing more. But Source is telling us we're doing enough. If we want to continue to be a giver sustainably, then we must also remember to give a little something, to keep a little something for ourselves. It's necessary. How can we take better care of ourselves energetically? Star brothers especially, apparently. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. The protector's always so focused on being the protector that they forget to protect themselves or to lean into other protectors. That came out in my last message specifically for Bro Stars. It's uploading as we speak. It's really important that our protectors know when to protect themselves. This is my first time seeing the Star Brothers card, so I'm actually going to go into the guidebook for this one. Especially when the Bro Stars are putting out a distress call at this time, pertaining to being infiltrated by the Judases and Jezebels. They need to know. Our Bro Stars need to know that they are more protected than they can imagine. And mean it. From the guidebook, it's safe to open the back of your heart. You're being called to be open to receive a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. And for some of you, the malevolent or malevolent beings you're connected with. Bro Stars. Sun's out, buns out. I know it's in your face. But now, before you start breaking out the blame finger, it's time for you to do a bit of work on thyself through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions. Many have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. Oh my gosh. See, now you have to go watch my other video if you haven't seen it yet, because this card just said what I was saying in the last video about Bro Stars having trust issues because they're concerned about who's truly being loyal. And that they're also in need of their own versions of help and support at this time. Bro Stars, as the guidebook states, you've learned that you need to go at life alone, that it's not safe to let your guard down and your heart open, that the world isn't a friendly place. While your other star brothers and star sisters want you to know that we want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. We want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even if you're going through a difficult time. We want you to hand over your fears. And when you hand over those fears, in comes the opportunity to let in more love. Being guided to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. Call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. We want you to learn to soften through life's up and downs and to learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. So, Star Brothers, Bro Stars, how can you open yourself up to receiving more support? One more card from the Starseeds. How can you open yourself up to receive more support? Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Even more confirmation on what I was saying in my last video that is uploading right now. The beginning of the title specifically says Bro Stars. And these cards, these last two cards especially, are confirming what I was saying in the last video. There's something that needs to be let go of. Pride, resentment, that has caused fragility and weakness. Holes in the soul being infiltrated by these Judases and Jezebels. The weight of what you feel was so wrongfully done to you is not yours to carry anymore. You talk about setting boundaries and the importance of it, but yet you are enabling these Jezebels and Judases at the same time. 2525 on the timer. As I said that, let's look into that number. Together, these numbers suggest that by embracing balance and trusting in the divine guidance, you create a powerful energy that signifies a period of growth, personal development, and transformation. A reminder that you too need to step out of your comfort zone. And as you do, your efforts will begin to pay off. And then your true spiritual awakening will ensue. You're being invited to even explore a bit more of your own spirituality instead of denying it. Perhaps it was aspects of that that made you weak to these Judases and Jezebels to begin with. So now it's like, oh, well, when I was more spiritual, that's what made me weak. No. I think it had a bit more to do with your mindfulness. Or lack thereof. But we'll save that for another day. The need for balance is what this 2525 is signifying as well. A reminder to give equal attention to your loved one's needs and prioritize emotional intimacy instead of promoting this rallying around one another when none of you are being loyal and none of you are trustworthy, because all of you are secretly dealing with doubt in others as well as doubt in yourselves. Is it a little more like fibbing than being malicious? Sure. You're faking the funk. And when we know, we know. Getting in your own way of personal and spiritual growth. It's important to be aware of the indication that you are resisting change or avoiding necessary transformations in your lives, and it could also suggest an imbalance in your relationships or a misalignment with your true purpose. Take the appearance of this number as an opportunity to reflect and make positive changes where it's needed, especially in terms of your health and your well-being. Engage in more healthy practices in all aspects of your lives. Because the only ones you're fooling are yourselves and the ones who want to be like you in your current state, in your present state. This also symbolizes the High Priestess in the Tarot, signifying intuition and feminine wisdom, and the Hierophant representing spiritual guidance and traditional wisdom. As it is the High Priestesses and the Hierophants who are top of the line, top notch. Not the pride of a king or a queen, but all four, including all archetypes and aspects in one. Yeah, that includes your shadow side. 3113 on the timer as I said that. Mirroring. Otherwise, these Judases and Jezebels are going to continue to throw a dog a bone. Reaching for the Work Your Light deck. Go a little more in depth with this Starseed storyline here. At the bottom of the deck, we have double mission again. Channeling and uplifting humanity. Pleiades energy. It is big picture thinking. The Pleiadians are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology. They have been incarnating on Earth since near the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission, to grow at a soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you've been called to write, speak, or channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided, and just know that just because one is a speaker and the other one is a channeler, neither are wrong. Neither are faking the funk, except for the Star Brothers, the Bro Stars, enabling the Judases and the Jezebels, and then wondering why they are still in such a disarray of disharmony. You're being guided to keep doing the work, but protect yourself better. Even the protectors need protection. Otherwise, your work would be divinely guided. Of course, all of the souls, Pleiadians are the chattiest, and so perhaps you have already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. Thank you for doing your part in the great plan, as your presence and unique light is also needed. I call upon the Pleiadian consciousness of the highest realms and highest good of humanity to work through me. Let me be a channel for only the purest light of the essence of Source. Let me channel in a way that also serves me. So it is, so it is, so it is. The age of light. You've been trained for this for lifetimes. Soul family. Calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Mystics, sages, throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and we decided to incarnate in the middle of it. There is no mistake that we are supposed to be here at this time of great change. If we ever felt unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling us, know this. We've been training for this for lifetimes. We are way more than the days that have breathed through us in this life. We are also all of the lifetimes that came before. And all of these experiences have polished our soul into the most magnificent expression that is our authentic self. Our soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Our soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If we put together all of the fingerprints of all the people we have been, we would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece we are. We came in with a clear soul plan. We came in with wisdom beyond our years. This is the part of us that longs to be seen. This is the part of us that is ready to step forward, that is ready to emerge. That is not the lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I am ready to embody them all now without hesitation and without fear. I have been training for this for lifetimes. Calling in our soul family. We also have Sisterhood of the Rose, Keepers of the Earth, we don't have to do it alone. It's time for us to call in our soul family and support team. People who get us at a soul level. Our chosen family. They are coming and they are looking for us. And if we haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are actually close by. But in order for them to find us and recognize us when they do come close, it's important that we stop dimming our light and truly let ourselves be seen. If you've already found them, then you're being called to let them support you and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. Your support team can consist of all types of people, such as a therapist, coach, mentor, or healer. Tune into what kind of support you need now. Call in your support team now. Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestesses, mystics, and teachers. Keepers of the Earth, we are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside us. I am calling upon the Sisterhood of the Rose. And our Star Brothers. It's time. The time is now. We as mystics know. We are here to devote the rest of our lives to serving humanity and seeding light consciousness all over the earth. Devoted to seeing and creating beauty wherever we go. The rose symbolizes the heart and the sacred geometry of all life. We are being called to notice the beauty around us, particularly in nature, and hear the whispers of Mother Earth. Called to spend more time in nature. Allow nature to be a healer. As our ancient secrets live in nature. Being called to take a little more time to both notice the beauty that exists all around us and contribute to the beauty of the world in our own ways. Through our own creations, or even in the little things like how we dress to pick flowers for our home. Every time we devote our time to creating beauty, we harmonize the planet a little more, and the shift in vibration can be felt. Keepers of the earth. Birthing a new age. Lemuria. Ancient ancestors stand beside us. We don't stand alone. We have a magnificent team of helpers, both in this world and of the earth, who are here to help us every step of the way. Call upon them for assistance. They are here to help. The keepers of the earth acknowledge the work that we have done already and are ready to work through us. They bow at our feet and thank us for wanting to stand for them, to devote our life to protecting the earth in our unique way. It's time to increase our capacity to receive support in the physical realm. This can come in the form of financial abundance, acts of service from strangers, or people flocking to help us and our work. The only thing that is stopping us right now is our capacity to receive support. As I have previously announced, most recent content, abiding. We are being guided to be in this season of receiving. We deserve to be rewarded for the work that we are doing. We do not need to go at it alone. Call upon the keepers of the earth to help us and our mission. Open your heart and your mind to receiving more than you ever thought possible. Birthing a new age, a new earth. Creating heaven on earth, and it's happening. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creations seem to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now, we're in a transition period between ages, in the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new to rise. We need to release old identities in ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. We are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time. Dreaming a new world into being. Magdalene sisters, daughters of Isis, Essenes, priestesses, witches, mystics, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from times past. It is time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. I am open to surrendering to the creations that are wanting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me. Please lead me. Please show me the way. Lemuria. Not just a place, but a people. Creating heaven on earth. Creating heaven on earth. Lemuria or Mu is one of the earth's lost lands where heaven really was a place on earth, a time before we were kicked out of the Garden of Eden. In Lemuria, life worked in harmony. All beings were seen as equal, and we were deeply reverent to Mother Earth. We knew that a mosquito was no worse than us and the sun no better. Perhaps you are a part of this transition team who at a soul level are devoted to creating this kind of harmony. Thank you for wanting to do this work. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the state of affairs on this planet right now, but we are being encouraged to keep holding the clear vision. Of the future. It's closer than we think. Guided to hold the frequency of Lemuria in our own community, family, workplace, and within ourselves. Know that it is possible, and while at times it may feel like we are alone, we truly are not. There are hundreds of thousands who hold the codes of this ancient lost land, and even Lemuria crystals that hold the codes of remembering, that are beginning to rise all over the planet. Keep doing what you are doing, and remember, the only way to heal the world around us is to first heal ourselves. I hold the codes of Lemuria and believe that heaven really can be a place on earth. I'm feeling guided at this time to leave it alone from there. I truly hope these messages find you well. Thank you so very much for tuning in, and brightest blessings.